started. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. How are you doing today? Good. This is my first time at this conference, so I really appreciate the opportunity to be here. Today we're going to talk a little bit about virtual reality. And just to introduce myself, I'm Mfon. I'm assistant professor of business here at Children's University. So I'm used to these rooms, so I've been in here quite a bit. And I teach a number of business courses, so primarily blended. We do have online courses as well. So today, in the 20 minutes that we have, I wanted to give you a little bit of background on what interested me or got me started with virtual reality. Tell you a little bit about what virtual reality is, why you want to use virtual reality, and then hopefully have a demonstration. Now, I want to give a disclaimer. Also, this is an interactive session, so I'm going to be asking questions. I'm also going to ask you to do some things. So if you've got your smartphone, take it out. If you've got your computer, take it out, because we're going to be using that as well. Also, if we have time, and I may cut it, give us about five minutes for some questions, I think. So, what got me interested in virtual reality was actually this gentleman here. His name is Scott Showalter. Scott Showalter has nothing to do with virtual reality, but he's piqued my interest. Now, Scott Showalter is an accounting professor. I met him at actually it was a conference like this for accounting professors, American Accounting Association. He gave a presentation on how he used a video game called Second Life. Has anybody heard of Second Life?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
What is Second Life?
Second Life is a multi-user virtual environment. I wrote my dissertation in it. So it's an awesome way to communicate, to immerse yourself in different environments, to experience things, to create any world that you want it to become, whether it is just for fun or for education. There's a lot of groups there. There's ways to experience it kind of. So awesome stuff. So very cool.
It is.
It is.
Yes, sir.
It's also a way of making a pile of money.
You said it's a way of what?
Making a pile of money.
Okay.
So when I was at Dartmouth, we had Second Life made of Hanover, New Hampshire. So people would, it was a game, but they'd buy property. And so the people who made a lot of money, the smartest students, actually bought the piece of property between properties and then built on it like a 40-story building in this tiny little town. So people had to pay them to buy that piece to be able to stop them from wrecking their environment. It's a great way of making money.
Yes, people who designed in there, they're making like $60,000 a year designing clothes for people's avatars. Real world money.
Wow.
They
Oh,
make it.
wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. So,
Wow.
I was not one of those people.
Well, you know, not to rain on Scott, but he wasn't doing anything that glamorous. He was actually, he changed the game around so students they go in a warehouse and then they audit inventory. So what he did, they actually practiced auditing functions. So he gamified, they call it gamification. So he gamified it, and I saw this, and I was just like, wow, this is great. I was like, wow, there's got to be a way where I can get my students actually to be inside of the warehouse. So that sparked me to start learning about virtual reality. So I came back home, just went on Amazon, started buying books, bought a virtual reality camera, everything I could get on virtual reality. You know, and then, yeah. And started making videos and things, and I was talking to my mentor. My mentor was like, why don't you call up some of these CEOs from local companies and talk to them about it? And also, why don't you see about going into manufacturing companies and videotaping? Which one of those options do you think worked? Do you think that Manufacturing companies wanted me in there videotaping that stuff. That one didn't work. That was a dead end. But I was able to speak with a number of local CEOs for virtual reality companies. One in particular really took me under his wing, taught me the ins and outs of the business, how it works, how to film. He actually looked at a lot of the things that I was doing and critiqued it. So that was it. It pushed me light years ahead as far as virtual reality. Now, what is virtual reality? Virtual reality is a computer-generated environment. So it can either be completely man-made, so from photos or videos, or it could be from computer-generated items, CG, as they call it. Now, I've got this chart, so I want to ask you this question. But before we get in, you see the baby boomers, you see Gen X, you see millennials. What's the next one after millennials? Gen Z. So I was at another university. I gave this presentation. I pulled this slide up to the students and asked them what they thought about each one. And I realized everybody in the room was a Gen Z, right? So they were like, oh, I'm a millennial. But yeah, we got to think about that. Millennials are actually getting older. Think about it. It's kind of scary, right? So I wanted to ask you, when you think about technology, when you think about baby boomers, what comes to mind when you think about the use of technology?
No, I was just gonna say they need their grandchildren to help them.
Right, they're afraid
Use
of
their
it.
phone.
Yeah, they're afraid of it, and they don't want to learn it. They're just, I can do it this way, I don't need to learn that.
Good. Anyone you miss?
I was just gonna say also that it's not, it didn't grow with them, right? It became after, most technology we're talking about in here came to them after they were already adults. And so that learning curve is, even all the things we're talking about are different just because everything came at a later point in their life versus watching it develop as a young person, so that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
As one who just scrapes in, I just wouldn't be too negative. I think an awful lot of baby boomers want to use technology, but they really don't care how it works.
Okay. That's good. That's good. Anyone else? What about Gen X? Gen X. Yes, oh, sorry.
Well, I don't know. Is it because is it? Sorry, I'm gathering my thoughts. Kind of in both worlds, in a manner of speaking, because we came off, like, we're off the baby boomers, and because of which, like, I remember a time using the floppy disk, which my sister, who's like 12, 13 years younger than me, was just like, wow, the internet was invented while people still living, so it was always there. So kind of seeing both worlds, and so I would say best of both, in a manner of speaking. Technology doesn't scare us, but in some ways, I for one get intimidated sometimes with some things. I'm not very computer tech savvy.
Good. Anyone else? What about millennials?
We assume they are digital natives, but there is no such thing. There is no such thing as a digital native.
Well, why is that?
Because look about Gen X and how we came along as a Gen X as well, coming along and watching things evolve. Like they evolved as we were growing up, and to come into a world where all those things already exist. And it's kind of the opposite of the baby boomer, right? It's already they don't know a world before this existed, right? So we assume that because they are in that world, they must be just, like it's like osmosis, like they just must know how to do everything, and they don't. They barely know how to, they can't even turn like a Word document into something else. Like seriously, I'm a librarian, and I can tell you right now, like how many students you send to me that don't know how to do any of these things that you assume that they know how to do. So the idea of a digital native, that they know how to like post to Instagram and things like that. And we're at that point I'm talking about Gen Z probably, but that they aren't just automatically tech savvy.
Very good. That research shows. So you kind of skipped ahead.
Sorry,
but no, that's good. So the research shows that you're right. The older generations are more tech savvy with, let's say, computer applications that deal with productivity, deal with work. So, like you said, PowerPoint, Microsoft Word, Excel. So that is true. That is true. That's good. Yes.
Even with research, I'm a grad student and I have some in my cohort who are millennials. I would guess they are. They're much younger, and it's even after class is over, I get a message from somebody saying, "Where do we look up this information?" I just Google it.
I know.
You know,
It's so true.
yes.
Yes.
As a millennial.
I'm sorry.
No. I generally think that we were expected to know technology. So no one even taught us. It was a time where technology was growing so much that people assumed that we knew it, you know. People before us, they would learn it, and people after us, like, they know it. And we're that millennials that they feel that we were living in that time it was happening. Of course we must know. And so I feel like a lot of us didn't actually keep up with that. We were still learning an old process as well and trying to assimilate into learning a new technology. So yeah, I do agree that there's a lot of us that, no, not me included, I know I said one word, but a lot of people that don't know because they were expected to know it and no one actually taught them how to use these things.
Right.
Yeah, I would go off of that because millennial as well, born in 90, and oftentimes I find myself not knowing as much as I am expected to know in terms of technology, and then also going back into like, well, I don't need to know it. Somebody after me knows how to do this better than I do, so I just need to focus on what I know how to do well and utilize my resources better. But I get into that set of, I know I'm supposed to know this, but I don't know it, and now I'm afraid and nervous and don't want to tell anybody.
I was thinking good.
But there's a difference too between them understanding the apps on their phone and then using a computer. So I think that that's also part of it, that they're very savvy when it comes to promoting themselves to Instagram and all that. They can handle that. But you know, when it's something that they have, like, again, there's sort of that breaking point where they're like, all right, if it's on a phone, I know everything to do. But once you take that phone away from them, then it's a different type of technology, and they still sometimes don't understand how to approach it properly and to use it for what it is. And so I see that's a difference. I mean, they still are familiar with it, the digital natives, in a certain way to their phone, but when it comes to actually like workday applications or things like that, that seems to be where the crossover is. Like it's not working very well.
I just wanted to add, as technology, we ask technology, I don't always think about it as digital, right? Because I'm part of that, just right at the end of the baby boomers, and where we went from analog to digital. And so I use digital applications all the time.
Right.
And it's assumed I don't know from the millennial end of things, right? But I do.
Right.
So because we had to migrate through that change, which is a lot different than, so I kind of feel like every generation has its struggles to maneuver through technology.
Gotcha.
That's my feeling.
It's just mismatched. Yes.
I feel like also these tools, as they've changed, as we've changed with them, they change our idea of agency. And so how we're using the tools is because of how the tools sometimes have taught us to use them. And so this idea of how we experience them is how we are using our own individual or creative agency as well. And so a younger person growing up, it's more and more automatic. Our tools are becoming automatic. There's less of this an urgency to experience that sense of agency. Whereas someone older, a millennial like myself, I grew up having to, how am I going to use these tools? Not, these tools are made to be used this way.
Gotcha. I'm gonna have to, just for the sake of time, so we can go ahead.
No, I just wanted to add that technology
really quick, I'm kind of just pushing ahead out of respect for your time. So I want to ask you this question really quick. What are the websites that are the top peak time users of the internet in the U.S.? Anybody have an idea?
Netflix.
Website top? Yes.
Netflix.
Netflix is number one. Good. What's number two? YouTube is number two. What's number three?
Facebook.
Yeah.
No, Instagram.
No. No. Close. You said Amazon? Who said Amazon? Oh, I'm sorry. Close. Twitch. Anybody know what Twitch is? So that's our exercise. So really quick, on your cell phone, your smartphone, I'm sorry, or your computer, laptop, go to Google, type in the word Twitch. Type in the word Twitch. You go on Twitch, you can go to discover, take a look at Fortnite. So this is number 3. What is Twitch? Twitch is a place. It's owned by Amazon, so that's why I was pointing. So Amazon owns it. So Twitch is a platform where you can watch other people play video games.
Yeah, it's so weird.
But here's the difference. Here's the difference. You can give them money. So the top, they call this esports. Number 1 esports guy who plays Fortnite, his name is Ninja. He's from Wheaton, Illinois. He makes $500,000 a month playing Fortnite just from Twitch. That's not his YouTube. So he's become, they said his YouTube account, he's got more followers now. LeBron James and Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the top soccer players. So he's known all over the world. So,
I'm the wrong field.
that's the wrong thing. You know? And he plays one video game, and that's Fortnite. And people pay to watch him play video games. Yes.
Well, I have 2 younger brothers who played video games a lot back home, and it was definitely entertaining sitting and watching them play because I used to watch the 2 of them and each other. But I'm thrown by the idea that somebody would pay just to sit and watch somebody else across the world play video games.
Yes.
They fill up the Staples Center. They have huge. It's like a Super Bowl. Where they'll fill up the Staples Center.
Our
in LA.
university is starting an esports team now, so.
Yeah, so
They use our esports.
there's a university in Chicago that's offering scholarships.
Yeah.
Because they were talks about adding esports to the Olympics. So it's huge. So the point with this is where you want to talk about the generation. This is where a lot of people are. If you peel back the onion on YouTube, what are most people watching on YouTube? People playing video games. They're watching videos of people playing video games on YouTube. The difference between YouTube and Twitch allows, if you have that account, you can have subscribers. So people can pay you money, they can sign up. So they can still give you money on YouTube. So people can, donate money to you, but they can't subscribe to your channel. So every time, a monthly subscription. Yes. Sounds good? We're in the wrong profession.
Still wouldn't change, but sure.
I'm kind of, we've got really about 1 minute. So I'm moving through some things, and really, this is demonstrating virtual reality. So I took this snapshot while I was actually riding around. I don't know if you know NASCAR. I was riding around with Dale Earnhardt Jr., in his car. We were in Bristol, Tennessee. I was able to I went to an art gallery, and I was able to look at the Mona Lisa, and stand there, and actually go inside the painting if I wanted to. This is me. It's a picture of me standing at Mount Rushmore. So I'm standing there, took a picture of Abraham Lincoln. I was under Theodore Roosevelt's nose and everything. And, Mount Rushmore. So if I can get it to load, I'll show you some of the content. Any questions while I'm trying to questions?
So for your experience of going to Mount Rushmore, have you ever been there in reality?
No, I haven't been there.
So you can't go under the domes in reality.
That's right. But virtually you can, and you kind of, they have a seating area where you can kind of sit and stand and look at Mount Rushmore. So you can kind of jump between the two.
I got you.
Virtually.